It's Matt and Huggy live at Woodstock 99, and we're sitting here with two famous people. I am Matt, this is Huggy.
And we're here with Megadeth.
Yourselves?
I'm Dave Mustaine.
Hello, Dave.
Hi, I'm David Ellison.
Hello, Dave. How are you guys?
Very good.
Now, you guys were actually added late to Woodstock. What actually happened there?
Well, we had heard that opportunity for Woodstock was available to us still. Unfortunately, someone who was representing us a while ago didn't go after that, so we made a change in agencies, and our new agent had procured the slot for us. And it's really actually a good place for us to be headlining the second stage, last day. We'll be the last note played at Woodstock 99.
Cool. That's pretty cool. So your albums come out August 31st, too. And what's the advantage of playing Woodstock as opposed to a smaller show? Going on tour to
it's funny. I played a club in Anaheim called Woodstock. And so now I'm going to play both extremes. Woodstock, the
club.
Yeah, the club, and Woodstock, the major festival.
So you think it's better to play a big Woodstock like this rather than do a festival tour?
Well, obviously, being in the music business, you want to get your music to as many people as you can, and this is a lot better than touring all the strip joints of America, We want to be able to play to as many people as we can at any given time. As long as the conditions are good, hopefully the weather will stay good today. The bands that have been here this whole weekend have really been great, so we'll see what happens.
Okay.
Are you going to be playing songs from the new album?
Yeah, we will. The album's not out, actually, till the end of August, so it's kind of a hard position to be playing a bunch of songs that people don't know. So, but yeah, there's one song in particular we'll be playing, Crush 'Em.
Cool. Yeah, it's a great tune.
So speaking of songs, how do you guys pick out? You have so many songs. What are you going to pick out? How was that? Was that hard to pick out?
For our live set or for the record?
Tonight, tonight. Was it hard?
What we decided we were going to do is take all the songs that have had the most success for us from each record. Some of the records have had songs that really haven't garnered any success for us at radio or MTV, and we've picked the ones that we feel represent that period the best. With our previous record, Cryptic Writings, having 4 top 10 singles, we have to play all 4 of those no matter what. And then we're playing our first single off of Risk, which is Crush 'Em, another top 10 single. And then we go backwards to the ones that we feel are the best representation of the albums.
Cool. That's a good way to pick it then.
Yeah.
Now, have you seen any of the show at all?
Nah, we just got here.
You two guys are the first part of the show we've seen.
Man, we are sorry for ruining it for you.
It can only get better.
Exactly.
There's a lot of topless women out there, and this guy, I don't know if you saw this guy is painting the women's breasts now. This is a new concept.
That's
I don't know if you saw
gig.
this.
Yeah.
So what do you think about this guy?
Art and music meet, I guess, right?
Yeah, there you go. It's
We
working.
think he's the greatest man ever, possibly.
Uh-oh.
Maybe you'll agree with us later after you're out there and see
We have to
somebody
see some of his
besides us.
artwork first, I guess, right?
Yeah.
Now, I have a Woodstock trivia question for you. What color acid were you not supposed to take at the first one? Was it the magenta, the brown, or the fuchsia acid?
The brown.
That's right. That's correct.
Okay.
Everyone's got it right so far.
So obviously you guys like sports teams. I heard a little things. You bet against each other with sports teams that you like.
Not he and I.
Yeah.
It's funny. We wait till the World Series. I'm a Braves fan and now a Diamondback fan because they came into Phoenix. But Dave doesn't like very many sports teams until his teams from Minnesota get into the World Series or stuff like that. And I remember
And they
one
win,
time,
of course.
we one time the Braves and I think the Twins were in the World Series or something like that. But he shows up in the studio, never wears a baseball hat ever. Comes in with the Twins hat on, and I said, "What is this?" Me and Jimmy are actually the ones that do all the betting for the sports teams.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
Dave could probably quit playing music and make a living off of all the money he wins off of our drummer, Jimmy DeGrasso.
Drummers never learn,
Do you have a tip, Dave?
It depends. See, I just bet him that I try to get him to bet me on where San Francisco Giants and the Phoenix Diamondbacks would end the season, who would be ahead games and who would be behind games and how many. And I gave him great odds, and he chickened out because I crushed him in the Super Bowl. I crushed him in the Stanley Cup. It's like I don't think he wants to lose the World Series to me, too.
Now, do you feel bad for the guy who has to clean up the Porta-Johns? We do.
I hear those guys make a lot of money.
Do they?
I would hope so.
I bet you
Yeah.
they're richer than both of us are.
Probably.
Perhaps.
I'm talking about
I
us.
can't think of what the perks are for that job.
Yeah, whatever you can find in there. Any drugs that are still in balloons at the bottom.
You were just saying Crush 'Em, so that new song Crush 'Em is actually about the Phoenix Coyotes? You wrote that about them?
Actually, it's not about the Coyotes. I really like hockey because I think it's a great sport. It's not all about fighting. My son plays hockey. I got to coach his team in the championship tournament when we were in Nashville doing the new record. And you go and you watch hockey, and one thing that's a constant is they play that song, Rock and Roll Part 2, every time there's a goal. And it's like the best part of the hockey games are when your team scores, and the worst part is not when the other team scores, it's when they play that song. So we wanted to do a song so that we could hopefully get our music in there to replace that. We've got friends that are in the NHL, and they said that okay, for power plays, they usually play something like Enter Sandman or something like that. And when the team is really sucking, they'll play something like Welcome to the Jungle to get them fired up. And this guy tells me, he's a center for one of the teams, he goes, do you know how much we hate Welcome to the Jungle? Because it sends a psychological message to them that you suck, play better. They hear Slash's first lick, and they go like, oh, no, we're sucking again.
Now, you're going to be on Rock and Roll Jeopardy August 21st.
Yeah. I already did it. It's going to be, the tape is going to be aired.
Did you do well?
Did I do well? Now, what do you think?
I do.
I think you made it to Final Jeopardy.
Put it this way. They had to sop up Moon Unit and George Clinton's remains after I left.
All right. I heard you're going to be doing a tour with Iron Maiden, too. Is this true?
Yeah, over in Europe, actually. Starting in September, about a month away.
Now, who's going to win between Eddie and Vic,
That's not like a competition thing. Those are two cartoons.
Okay.
I think the people that are going to win that whole thing is the fans.
Yeah.
There was a period in America and the rest of the world where everyone was saying that metal's dead and so on and so forth, and I firmly believe that it just went underground. And a lot of the new metal bands, like it said something in the paper about how hip-hop and metal crossed, and that's where a lot of these new successful bands are. And I think that the whole marketplace in America and the rest of the world is benefiting from really big successful bands going out and touring, because you take Megadeth and Metallica, when they've toured the world and they've opened doors up for a lot of little bands. You take Iron Maiden and the Ozfest, things like this just continue to infuse new life into the marketplace out there. And when people say they don't want to have bands tour because they're metal bands, you've got proof right there that it's a moneymaker.
Yeah, I agree with you.
All right, guys. Well, thanks for stopping by. Good luck on tonight's show.
Thank you.
And backstage Woodstock 99, it's Matt and Huggy.